Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's a paid request this time from Rusty. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, review, re-review, topic, randomness, out of the blueness, whatever it may be, reaction, comment, or whatever, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Under pretty much each of these videos, the links will be there. Now, this is a film called Deadstream from 2022, which I had never heard of. It is a found footage film. It's a film where you have Sean, who is this YouTube guy who has that sort of fake, hey guys, personality. And his whole YouTube thing is that he faces his fears and he does these stunts facing his fears. And I guess at one point there was a bit of controversy and he was canceled for a bit. You find out later on what the deal was, where he had this homeless guy fight him and he didn't know the guy was sick. And so after that, he lost his sponsors, he lost a lot of traction, but now he wants to regain his popularity. So he's doing a live stream, which I'm surprised he got reception there in that area. And he's going to stay at Death Manor. Now, I will say this. The first half of the film, I wasn't going to shut it off, but I felt like wanting to shut it off. Because I'm sitting there going, I don't know about this guy who plays Sean. He's the director of the film. He's also the star of the film. I mean, he's not as unlikable as, what was that movie I saw? Dashcam? Which that character was unlikable as hell. It's been that annoying, like, fake, hey, oh my gosh. But I will admit there's a part of me that did warm up to him. It took a bit of while. He has these girly screams, if he sees spiders and stuff. He brings his own music. He talks to the users. He finds a little clown toy in the house. Oh, how much will this go on eBay? Should I be offended that this clown has a white face? But as a guy that doesn't really watch a lot of YouTube videos where people have this act, hey, how you doing? It was a bit irritating. And the first chunk of the film is build up. He's in the house, he looks around here, looks around there, talks to his users, viewing it from time to time. Noises, he streams. And this lady pops up and she says she's a fan named Chrissy. But like I said, Joseph Winter, who directed and starred in it, as it went on and the shit was hitting the fan, I grew to not mind him. But if people don't and they're annoyed by him, I can't blame you for that. But he did. I warmed up to him a little bit. But he still did really stupid stuff. Because then at one point, he tells her, listen, you're some crazy stalker freak. She bites him on the neck. And you find out that wasn't really a fan. It was the Mildred ghost running this whole thing. And he needs to find out how to stay alive and get the hell out of there. And when you finally started seeing things happening, I didn't mind it for what it was for the rest of it. How do I go into it? When he talks to the viewers and you see the comments pop up, sometimes they check on me, like this intense thing has happened, and someone goes, it's my birthday, can I get a shout out? Sadly with the world today, I can kind of buy some of those comments, I really can. And also when I started warming up to the guys, when the guy admitted to his faults, Like, when the theme pops up, what the controversy was, he's like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't even know he was homeless, and I didn't know he was sick. He signed a waiver. And I've seen a bit of a redemption story with the character, and it's trying to be very goofy and silly. I mean, hell, there's one point where he gets knocked out, and I don't know why, but the fucking ghost puts her finger up his nose, and he gets out of it, and he finds there's a fingernail stuck in there, and he pulls it out. Or there's a bit where he thinks he finds a cop. This is spoilers. Heavy spoilers. Starting now. Where he finds a cop, but it's not really a cop, and he goes to hide in his car, can't drive it out, but he finds this stunt he done before in the past, a potato gun, and he finds a way to shoot it and use it against this thing. When he's going around and he sees something under the sheet and it rushes towards him. Outside he sees something that looks like, I swear it looks like fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings. There's a point that he's streaming, he looks down and he sees that somehow she got between his legs and is biting him on the dick, on the crotch. It was kind of interesting how at times his users were following him or sending him videos to try to help him with clues. Now granted, I think a lot more should have been done with some people would not believe him. But I was kind of surprised they went with the fact that a lot of people seemed to believe what was happening was real. Because he gets these videos of like the kids are explaining what these symbols are. This is grandma. This says, oh yeah, I've been to that house before. There's this symbol, the Hamza. That was the funniest bit to me because the grandma's telling this, and then the people they're going, he destroyed the Hamza, grandma, and she goes, oh shit. Yeah, he's gonna die. The way I thought that was pretty funny, the way she said that. And then for the finale, it was kind of fun where he kind of makes this idea of what to do. He looks at it from his own experience with YouTube and streaming, and you know what? She wants an audience. That's what it's just like I want an audience. She wants an audience. But you know what? What's the worst thing? We're going to demonetize this bitch. And he's using spears, and there's little fights, and there's little redemption stuff. It's not all out in terms of style. I do think Dash Cam, think of that film, they did a bit better in some of the set pieces and style that felt, the direction felt a bit more ambitious. Again, the problem was the lead character was just so unlikable. I would say if you took the style and ending of that film and have the lead character of this film, you'd have a good copacetic union. So I think Dash Cam, and if you haven't seen that, then I don't know how else to describe it. I do have a review of Dash Cam up for if you want to see it. It's on the channel. But again, you take the ending and the direction style of Dash Cam, and you have the lead character in this. Like I said, grew on me as it went on. I didn't like him at first, but I warmed up to him. Like this bit that he doesn't want to swear. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I got one sponsor left. Okay, it's a silly comedy. That's what it is, first and foremost. It is a silly comedy. But then on the flip side, that's what kind of bugs me about the ending of the film. The very end, it goes the typical found footage route. Why? I mean, you have this kind of cool bit where he gears up and he's gonna be a man, he's gonna stop being afraid, and he goes in, and then she's saying all this stuff, and he goes, opposite, as in, I say the opposite you say. he gets his spear, and there's a spear tam, and he stabs it, but it comes after him, and he's got to fight it off. There's a bit that he gets almost possessed, and he's in this tub, but he's able to snap out of it. And he stabs this thing, and it explodes in front of his face. And he's had this drag out fight with the lead bitch, and he's able to defeat her. And she's like, I said this is a spoiler, she gets dragged into the house, and you see, like, when she's dragged through the house, this evil bitch, there's like a bit of blood as if some digestion, like the house digested her. And then he's bruised up, bloodied up, he survived. And then here's the other spirits, whether it's because they're now thinking he's their master, or by doing this he inadvertently sold his soul to the devil. It's just they're chasing after him, so he streams, it cuts off, title and credits. And I'm like, if you try to be this original and you try and be this different, you try and be this creative, why are you going with the same typical fucking ending that's in 95% of these fucking movies? I'm not big on those endings. Sometimes it can work. The Blair Witch Project made that work very well. But then there's other movies I enjoy, like As Above, So Below, The Tunnel, what was the, Exists, even They're Watching. You know, there's other stuff I liked more than this. Hell, despite its flaws in acting, there's a YouTube video that, oh, I forgot what it was called. Now, damn it. Never mind, I forgot what it was called. It was like 50 minutes long. The acting wasn't the best, and they didn't nearly have the production of this, but it felt a bit more charming and endearing in a way. I forget what it was called. But it's so good, I remember, right? I have like a million movies in my head. It's harder to try to differentiate them. Like I said, the beginning I thought was really meh. From the middle to near the end, it grew on me. I was enjoying what was happening. Some of the humor actually did make me chuckle. And the very end just was kind of a... Really? We don't go this typical route for Found, really? It just doesn't work also for this silly, goofy movie, and then all of a sudden... Like, he got this redemption arc, and he's... You know... He redeems himself, and then this happens, and it's just... Oh, don't take it too seriously. I do take it seriously. Just kind of a bummer. So again, when you have kind of an annoying beginning, you have a little bit bummer of a final moment of the ending, I would never see this film again. If you love found footage, you know, this type of stuff, go see it. There's a couple... The effects are cheap, but at least they're practical, but they are on the cheap side. I think Digging Up the Marrow did that better. Whereas found footage, that was one Adam Green did. I actually thought he did a great job with that. I like that one much more than this. And the monsters look a bit better in that. Because that was also, it was found footage, but it was also comedic and had monsters. But Did You Have the Marrow I thought was more interesting. Wish we were to see a sequel to that movie. But this... It's not a rant. There's parts I liked, but I wish it had a better final ending. I wish the beginning had a bit more pep or a bit more of a quicker start or something to it. Like I said, dash cam, if you kept that excitement and directing style, and just put this character and what he does into that movie, like I said, you have a good union. But hey, it is what it is. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.